He didn't even count me down today. He said 3, 2, 1. It just was like, you lied. I don't know what's up. Hey, y'all. Hello, beautiful people.
Greetings.
It's Monday. And back with another Marriage Monday. That's not, obviously she's not trying to be. Come on, Cletus.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Hello. So we are Marriage is Real. We don't go live there. You said it every week.
Yeah,
we just look at the little thing. Yeah.
You know how to unlock that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't got no juice. Jordan.
7.
Bring me your charger, please.
So this is Damien.
Hi.
And I am Jamie.
Jamise, what's going on? Hey, Cecily.
Jamie tired today. Jamie tired. But I'm here for you. I'm here for the people.
So, what's up, man?
People, let
You
me
didn't open it up.
Can you give me... I'm trying to do this and this. Just
This
let,
is more
let me,
important so we
no,
can
that's
see
not.
what's going on.
Let me work this. Let
Work
me work
this
both of
first.
Baby, you can see it right there.
No, I can't. Hey, Lady Leo 66.
Where did his Instagram go? Where did
Thank you.
Instagram
Just
go?
sit it back there.
Joe, where Instagram go? What you do? You done missed or something.
Oh, I deleted it.
Why would you do
What?
that?
Why not?
Because we use that every week. Why would you delete
I
it?
didn't think about it.
Okay, can you put it back on real quick?
Ooh, black folks.
Technicals. How's everybody? How's everybody's week? Did y'all have a good week?
Did y'all have
Welcome.
a good
Let me show y'all the shirts again.
Was it just a holiday?
See,
just
marriage
passed?
is real.
Oh, I got on the ladies' version today, y'all.
Oh, you put the- oh, okay.
But.
I knew you was looking
You
fine.
can't really see it that good on that picture, on that one. You can't see the color that good, but you can see it better on Instagram. And let me see.
Oh, let me smooth my eyebrows out.
Let's see.
Hey,
Can y'all see Marriage is Real?
Husai
Hey,
Bye
from Philly.
from Philly. What's going on?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh.
You know your phone. I mean your computer suspect.
I do this every week. It's like it just don't want me to be great. Goodness.
Thank you. Oh, that's hey Shella.
So today, y'all.
Shella said she loved the shirts.
Oh, thank you, Shella.
We're gonna have them for
Yeah,
mass
we trying.
consumption soon. That's the
We
plan
trying.
anyway.
We
I got on the man shirt. See, they say marriage is real, and they got the camo, and she got glitter on hers and sparkles.
Glitter and sparkles. So cliche.
You don't use Instagram anymore, Jordan?
No, I was just taking a break from the app.
But you
But
still have it
have
on
to
your cell phone,
uninstall
don't
the
you?
whole-
No,
You only have it on your phone no more?
no.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Marriage
Okay, let's
is
go.
real.
Let's go. Oh, that was her.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta show y'all some of the new people. Our intro video.
Hey,
Yeah,
Iconic
that-
Diva. Oh,
that's
okay.
Shella.
I'll let you know as soon as we have it.
That's
Oh, that's
Shella.
Shella. Oh, duh.
Yeah.
I'll let you know as soon as. Hi, brown skin. Brown skin, nice.
What's up, Jamal?
How are you?
Y'all,
Welcome.
while we getting everybody in and on and everything, let me know where y'all from. We have one young lady that's a faithful MIR. Can I say that?
MIR.
Yeah, from Philly. She's usually with us every week. And I'm about to sneeze, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. We got some
Excuse me.
Charlotte folks that's always holding us down. We got some Georgia, North Carolina.
What's up, Alfreda?
North
Kinfolk, what's
Kakalaki.
going on? Yeah, and then we got, we had some people from our last post. Boy, that's not a good picture. Look at that. Ooh, that's bad. You know
It's
how
frozen.
Facebook
It's frozen.
be pausing and you be looking crazy because you didn't get a chance to pick your thumbnails. That's what we was just looking at. So we had some people from Cali, some people from New York.
Did you
where
share
else?
with me on your page?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
already.
making sure.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we did our greeting. Today is April 16th, 2018. Time is moving. Look at that gun. You see it right there?
I don't.
You sharing it with yourself? We've been getting some good traction on the lives, y'all. We had some. I think on our last one we did a Facebook post boost. We had like almost 3,000.
Hey, Belinda.
3,000 people saw the video. And sometimes it's funny because when you on there, people be thinking you really live. Hey, Jamie, welcome to Marriage is Real.
Okay.
People think that you really live and they be chiming in and everything like that. That's pretty funny.
I don't think that they think you're live. I think that they.
Oh, you don't?
I think that they know you're going to see the comments.
Oh, that's true. I do say something to them anyway. Hey, Belinda, thank you for joining us. So we said, where are you from? Oh, let me tell y'all this. So tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Central, I am going to be a special guest. Special guest for this podcast. What's up, Ford? Your facial expression. Who facial expression? Belinda, hers or mine? Probably hers because she always making faces. I'm going to be a special guest on this podcast out of the DMV. Y'all know what the DMV is? Tell them. You know what the DMV is?
Delaware, Maryland, Virginia.
No. DC.
DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Hey, Shavonna. Her, see?
I can't help it, Belinda. I be trying, girl.
But so I'll be a special guest on a podcast tomorrow night. It's called Married Men Don't Talk. And so they talk about some different marriage stuff, and they asked if I could be a guest on there. Thank you for joining us, Signature Celebration. Where are you from, Signature Celebration? I don't know if
Hi,
you
Jackie Walker.
Hey, Jackie.
Thank you for joining us.
But yeah, I'll be on their show tomorrow night for a little bit, giving them the Marriage is Real flavor from the dirty. And so check this out though. Appreciate it. You know we're gonna hold it down, Shavonna. What's up, Candy? What was that? Oh yeah. So they have an app. That's pretty dope. They have an app called Married Men Don't Talk. So if you go to the Playbook store, what is Apple? Apple Store.
I don't have
iStore. So we don't fool with Apple. We team Galaxy over here. But whatever y'all's form is, go there. You can download their app. It's called Married Men Don't Talk, and their podcasts are there, and you can click in and listen to the conversations that they're having. So I will be a special guest with them tomorrow night. I'll probably do a little post about it tomorrow to give the definitives, or maybe provide a link or something like that. But tomorrow night I'll be rocking with them. If there's a way we can bring everybody in live or something, if we can figure that out, we'll see.
Okay.
Anybody else got anything they want to say?
Pleasantries.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Okay. I just got a chance to rest.
They in Chicago. What's up, Chi-Town?
Hey, girl, hey.
I actually have some clients, real estate clients, that are relocating to Texas that are from Chicago. So,
Team Galaxy, hashtag.
Yeah, Team Galaxy in the building. You know what it is. Yeah, so, okay. Well, thank you for joining us, Signature Celebration. Okay. So I've done I got all the housekeeping out the way. Do you want to introduce our topic?
No, I would like for you to introduce it because I introduced it last week.
But this was your topic.
But what was it last week we talked about?
We talked about, who knows? Let's see if anybody remembers.
Shame and blame. That's what it was. It just came to me.
We talked about shame and blame last week. Yeah, shame and blame. Okay, so she wants me to introduce our topic tonight, so I guess I will. So we're going to talk about independence, being married and independent, and the difference between being independent and interdependent.
Interdependence is the goal, people.
Yeah, that's the wave.
Is this even charging? I don't even know.
I plugged it in. It should be.
You don't get. See, I don't know. They don't
see,
give no
Apple don't even
indication.
say if it's charging or not. See what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Let me see if I scroll there. It don't look. Oh yeah, it's charging. See the little thing? I guess the little lightning bolt means it's charging.
Okay.
Okay, so independence versus interdependence.
Right. You gonna start with definition?
I can. I do have them.
That's what you usually do every week. I
Okay.
start with the definition.
So let's
Webster,
start.
Mr. Webster.
Like Emmanuel Webster.
No, like Webster's dictionary.
Okay, so since you want me to do my definition, independent is defined by not depending on another for livelihood or subsistence, not influenced or controlled by others in a matter of opinion, conduct, etc., thinking or acting for oneself.
That's independence.
That's independence.
Dang, that was
You want me
a
to read it again?
lot.
There's a lot.
Oh.
Okay, watch this. Interdependent means mutually dependent, depending on each other.
That's what I like. Just
Oh,
straight
but
to the
check,
point.
but check this out though. It also means, hey, Jarnika.
Hey, Nikki girl.
It also means addicted or attached, which ties into crave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Crave, y'all know about that crave? Video was up on the Facebook page. Man, what you laughing at?
YouTuber, y'all know about that crave?
Yeah, crave. I'll go back and look at that video talking about how to crave your spouse. Like you be wanting them smothered pork chops. You know how you be craving them? Or that chicken fried steak. Y'all had chicken fried steak in Philly?
I'm craving, bro.
I'm asking Miss Bob if they have chicken fried steak in Philly.
But why wouldn't they?
Because it's not, everybody don't have the same thing all over the country.
Let me read this.
I already read it.
I mean, do the thing. Talking about some
What's
chicken.
up, Miss Edmond? You
Lord.
just saying that because you hungry.
I'm hot again.
Okay.
I think it's the lights. It's just the lights.
Go ahead. I introduced it.
So basically, just, interdependence and independence is just what it is. If you want to be extremely dependent, where you're not dependent on anyone for anything, for nothing, then, the question you have to ask yourself is, why are you with them?
That's what I was gonna say. Why you get married?
Why are you, if you feel like I don't need nobody for nothing, I don't need you to do nothing for me, I don't need, then what's the purpose of the union? Because really, honestly, with you can't have interdependence without independence. Like you have to be two whole independent people who come together mutually, relative to the the definition, mutually come together and rely on each other. You both need to be adding something to the mix. You need to be adding something to the marriage gumbo.
Or garden. Or you want to be married and you want, let me see your hand. You want to be like this. Y'all remember this? You know what that's from?
Beyonce.
Yeah, they want to be all the single ladies and you want to be walking around with your hands. I was gonna do that, but that ain't really G-style.
Whatever.
All the single ladies, all the single. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so.
I know.
But if you trying to get married and you trying to be married and all that, you can't be doing that. Hey, Tamika.
It's funny because my mama actually gave me this topic. She was like, y'all need to talk about being independent and being too independent in marriage. But honestly, I was that same way when I got married. I was extremely, but that's, ignorance, youth. I didn't know. I was extremely independent. I didn't don't open my door for me. You don't got to carry my bags. Like, I ain't no invalid. I can do for myself. That was my mentality. It wasn't that I was trying to be, super hard or, rude or whatever. It just, my mentality was that I was independent and I didn't necessarily need you to do these things for me. Not knowing that independence and interdependence go together. Interdependence is the only sustainable thing in marriage, is to be interdependent. Two whole independent people coming together, adding something to the sauce. Mm-hmm. Basically, the marriage sauce.
And that's why it's important for you to take time before you get married to have a strong sense of self so that you don't get sidetracked with other people and their motives.
Right.
Or their thoughts of what they think that you should be doing in your life.
And that's another thing too, because there's you got independence, you got interdependence, you got dependence. because you don't want to be extremely dependent on somebody where you're so dependent on them that you depend on them for your self-worth. Like, you depend on them to make you happy. You depend on them to tell you, you know, you look good. You depend on them for so much to the point that your self-worth is at risk, because if they don't give you what you need, then and there's no validation, then who am I? So you have to just, you know, be mindful that you are, you know, an independent person in that, you know, you guys need to do things separately. Y'all ain't got to do everything together. You know, don't get it twisted that your wife is your homeboy. Or your
No, you on time, Ursita.
Hey,
Just get started.
Hey, Ursita, or that your husband is your homegirl. Like, don't be trying to give him all the details. Like, it just, because I'm gonna tell you, they don't hear it. They just be.
What? I didn't hear what you just
all
said.
of the, you trying to get, you know, you look at you try to deal with your husband as if he's your homegirl.
Nah, don't do that.
Like, you trying to get him out, because you know when we tell a story, ladies, y'all know. Tell me from when you walked in the door, what did she look like? Where was she sitting there? Was she sitting on the left of the couch or the right of the couch? Now, when he came in, did he go into the kitchen? Did he come in through the kitchen? You know, like, we want the details. Dudes be like, yeah, they came in and they was getting into it. Well, what happened? Why did they get into it? Who came in?
And why you gotta know what she had on? What they got to do with the conversation?
Because it might have been that they got into it over something she had on. Maybe all boy was looking at her. I mean, there's just so much that goes into it. Like, the way that our minds work, you know, so. And then men don't think that your wife is your homegirl. Like, I mean, yeah, like your homeboy. Yeah. Like, some of the stuff or some of the jokes that you want to say or some of the things that you want to tell, like, in our mind, it ain't funny. It's a little.
That's true.
It's a little offensive. Like this ain't cute, and I don't understand your humor. So, because he had sent me something before. He just cracking up, just rolling. I mean, hysterics, and I'm like, this is not funny. And I start getting serious. Like, he don't know why she did that. So, just know it's not the same. So just have your independence. You know, go out. Have your, you know, go out and have a burger with your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go.
Cool. The man or the woman?
The man.
Oh.
I'm talking about men.
Oh, okay.
Y'all go have some tea.
Go fish.
Like
go
y'all
tea.
like y'all in English. But I mean, it's good. It's healthy for you guys to do things separate, apart from each other. Because then, you know, when you come together, now you got something to talk about. You know, y'all don't have to do everything together. He ain't got to go to all the baby showers. Baby, you want to go with me? No, he don't.
I want to sit right here and look at the wall.
Now, if it's a co-ed and you know, the couple, well, that's one thing. But, you know, some people just are very dependent on their spouse to validate them. And sometimes I think that a lot of what we didn't receive in childhood, where there may have been a lack thereof or an absence.
Both of my best friends on here. How both best friends?
Hey, best friends. Whatever. But anyway, there may have been a lack thereof or an absence of something, ... when you were a child, and now you want your spouse to give you all those things that you didn't get in childhood. And that's just it's not realistic, and it's unfair to the other person to think that, you know, that they can do all that, you know, that they can do all that for you, because you're depending on them for something that they can't really give you, you know, real talk.
And that's why it's so important to not rush into marriage. Like, I don't know if everybody that's watching.
Here we go again.
The paper plate will be coming in a minute. That's why it's so important for you not to rush into getting married. You need to know yourself and know your worth and have some type of foundation and direction for yourself and your life before you get married, so that you know that you have a true sense of self and like the point I made earlier.
I know, Ursita. They coming, girl.
You know, just like the point I made earlier, there are some couples that we've talked to, you know, more specifically that I've talked to recently, where the person had been in some tight relationships and had, you know, been married a few times or what have you. And I've, you know, been known this person for a very long time. And all the while I knew, all the while I knew that what they were doing or what the direction that they were going in their life was based on who they were with. Because some of the turmoil that this person had early on in their life, it caused them to go a certain way. And because of that, they kind of lost sight of who they were. Hey, what's up, Goss? They lost sight of who they were in being with their spouse. Nothing wrong with the relationship, but purpose is yours and yours alone. And so because of that, you've got to know, based on the foundation that you have, that purpose may not come from your spouse. Like, she might tell me what I say yesterday. Like, if I don't know if I don't have a true sense of self and my purpose, right, you might come to me and say, baby, you sure are good with working on cars, which I actually can work on cars a little bit. You need to be a mechanic. Now, I know, because of who I am, and I have true sense of self, I don't want to be no mechanic because, number one, I don't even like working on cars. Right. It's for the many years in the past that I've done it, it's been because of necessity. Like, I'm not trying to go spend $700 for you to replace a light bulb in my car when I can do it myself. I can YouTube it and figure it out myself. But because I know who I am and I spent time figuring it out and knowing that what my purpose, or even having a general direction of where my purpose is, it helped me to figure out, okay, that's not going to be for me. And so this person now, later on in life, has achieved some things, is doing well, is perceived to be doing really well in their life, but they feel like they lack purpose. And so in our conversation, I told him, I'm like, hey, think about the things that you did. What excites you? What gets you up in the morning? What keeps you going to help, to that you would, like they say about purpose, what would you do if you didn't get paid? I was like, what you're doing right now, would you do it for free? And that person was like, heck no. And so we started talking about purpose. And so in that, I said, I've known, or I figured for a while, that what you were doing didn't bring you peace. It didn't make you feel like you had a purpose and a direction. And because of that, now, after our conversation, they're going back and they're kind of trying to reconfigure some things to see how I can get on purpose for my life. So I said all that just to say that you got to know who you are in the direction, or have a general direction of where you're going in your life for purpose. And that comes from spending time independently to figure it out, so that when you get with someone, you both add to each other. Right.
And, enter meaning between. So if you're looking at it like, what is it called? The Venn diagram or something like that? Like, where's it got the two circles?
Is that math?
Like, it got the two circles, and then the circles, like, they come together, and then the little space in between. You know what I'm talking about?
Math was not my thing.
But anyway, so it's basically like if you have a chain link or something where they meet, that's
in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. The middle. So enter basically means between. So those are the things.
In the middle. Where she at? In the middle.
Mm-hmm. So those are the things that that's what connects you as one basically in your marriage. So then, like what he was saying, to go back to what he was saying, if you know who you are and that person knows who they are, then what are we bringing together? How can I rely on you to build up what I already am over here? Not like I'm depending on you to tell me what I'm supposed to do, if that makes any sense. Like, I already know I want to be a nurse or whatever, and I already know I want to be a chef. And so
Jarnika said, yeah, the Venn diagram. Thank you, Jarnika.
Thank you. See, she's so smart. Ooh, she's smart. But she went to college. Yeah, so the Venn diagram. So where we meet in the middle, that's the interdependence, because you still got all this other stuff going on outside of this median point, but you're still one entity, one thing.
Because of where you meet in the middle.
Right, but yes, it's a whole. It's just a whole picture. It's one thing.
I like that.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And so, continuing on that, in the independence, knowing yourself brings value to the relationship.
That's true.
One of the reasons your spouse married you was because they like who you are in and of them of who you are independently.
Sometimes that's the case.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes they could have married you because they saw that you were moldable, and they can make you into whoever they want you to be.
And they would be wrong as two left shoes if they thought that.
No, because sometimes that happens.
That's just like saying that you can change somebody, though.
But sometimes, that's what I'm saying, like some people seek out someone that they feel like they can make and mold into who they want them to be. That's why it's important to be independent and have self-awareness so that when we come together, you know, we're building each other up and we can depend on each other for the things that we need, and not that I'm depending on you to validate me or to create me, if you will.
But do you think that that's the same thing as because you hear all the time when women say they want to change a man? Is that not in the same ballpark?
But I don't understand your question.
Well, you said you get with somebody that's moldable. What's up, Roy?
Sometimes you do, is what I'm saying, based on what you said.
But what if you get with somebody and you can't, and you think they're moldable and they really not?
But they shouldn't be. Like, they should be. Y'all gonna make changes together. Association breeds assimilation. Yes, you gonna rub off on this person, they gonna rub off on you. But it shouldn't be. But it shouldn't. I can't stand you, Corey, right now. I was on the National Honor Society. I don't know why they chose me because I didn't do nothing, but whatever.
Don't let her fool
but
you.
I didn't. I just water the cord.
She doing calculus in her head right now. That's why she brought the Venn diagram.
Whatever.
Ain't nobody heard about no Venn diagram since the 90s.
Whatever. People use Venn diagram all the time.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
I apologize.
What was we talking about?
The Venn diagram.
Changing people. Like you should.
Change people.
You shouldn't try to change people. If you go into it like that, that's wrong to go into it that way anyway.
Right.
So if you get into something you can't change, and that's your bad, because you shouldn't have went in trying to change them anyway. And that's where a lot of the breakdown happens in marriage and in relationships, is because you thought you knew this person, but you're not letting them outside of the box to be their independent selves, because people are going to continue to change. We're going to all change. That's just real talk.
That's what Ursita said. She said, I agree. However, we constantly evolve. So do you really ever know yourself? I think you know yourself where you are.
Absolutely.
Know yourself for where you are in that season in your
absolutely.
life.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know who I'm going to be when I'm 50. Right. But, like, right now, I have a good idea of who I am. And you're all, like you said, you're always evolving, you're always changing and growing. And you should. If you stay if you're staying in the same place, that's stagnation, and you're really moving backwards. So the truth is that you should be evolving. But to your point, you know yourself where you are. And
with that being said, change is so gradual. You will feel yourself. I just told you this the other night. Mm-hmm. I feel myself changing into this next season of life.
You like a butterfly?
Am I like a butterfly?
Yeah, you like in the cocoon, you finna come out with some different colors and stuff.
I feel myself changing into another stage of life. As you see, I'm ignoring him. But I can just tell certain things that I used to like, or certain experiences that I have, they're not the same for me anymore. Or I take more pleasure, I get more pleasure out of doing something that used to not give me any type of joy. For instance, when you get older and you be happy about a new refrigerator, that's a new change in your life.
I got one.
That's a change.
Can I go and do mine?
Sure.
So, like, back in the day, I don't even know what year this was, but, like, I used to like shirts with dragons on me.
Oh my God, yes, I do.
This is back around the time, I guess, when Drew Hill was real popular.
He did not have a shortage of a dragon shirt.
I was unleashing the dragon.
Baby, he was unleashing the dragon.
Hey, I had a shit. I think all my shirts was dragons, right?
Yeah.
And everybody used to be like, ooh, where'd you get that shirt? And then I even had a few that were like see-through. And so, they were see-through, but I had the shirt on and you could see through the light and stuff. But the dragon was almost like a Mortal Kombat dragon. You know what I'm saying? So we be saying the same thing. Go ahead.
And closer to 50, so at this point, I know my core, but at 25 to 35, etc., I thought I knew. I ain't know nothing. You're right, you don't know. And that's the beauty of the reward of life. You really do get to know yourself. But at 25, I thought, you think oh, this is who I am. And this is why I always say, don't be talking about what you gonna do, what you gonna do, and what I ain't gonna do. And if it was me, you can't say that because you don't even know what stage or where you gonna be in your life if that thing happened. And you will respond to that differently depending on where you are in life.
That's like when before we had kids, we were so adamant about so many ways we were gonna do and raise our kids, and you get them kids and it's like they crying and you just want them to be quiet. You change.
That's why it's hard to take marriage advice from somebody who's not married yet. Like, I mean, you can say what you want it to be and what you aspire for it to be, but until you in that marriage, and then you can say, your kids, you need to do this with your kids, and if I was the mama, and until you the mama or the daddy, you just really can't know. You know what I'm saying? We can speculate, but that's why, like we even talk about, a man can't tell a woman how to be a woman, and a woman can't tell a man how to be a man. You can tell them how you want that man to treat you as a woman, but you can't say, man, this is what y'all need to do. This how y'all need to do it. How do you know? When have you ever had a penis? Like, when? And if you have, well,
yeah, I guess you can.
So, what was we saying?
And also I was going to say, and if you don't know what your purpose is, that's okay too, because your spouse could have a piece of the puzzle to help you figure it out.
They absolutely should, though. That's the point of interdependence. Like, I heard this story, it was saying, like, there was a man and his son walking through a barn or something, I can't remember,
what's up, blessed man?
And there was a big gate or something that the boy wanted to open, and he kept trying to press on it, and the dad was like, use all your strength, and he was like, I am, and he was like, no, use all of your strength. So after trying it like 4 or 5 times, using all his strength, striving and straining, he could never get it open, and the little boy was sad and crying, and the daddy said, I told you to use all your strength, and he said, I did, and the daddy said, no, you didn't, because you didn't ask me to help you.
I saw where you was going.
See prophetess. What I'm saying?
Go on, prophetess.
She's
gonna prophesy for y'all.
Anyway, so it's like you didn't use all your strength, because in a marriage, they're interdependence. We should be reliant and dependent on each other in a healthy manner. Not dependent for you to validate my every move, and for you to make me happy every day, and for you to make me feel whatever. Like, he can't make me feel good about myself if I feel like I need to lose 10 pounds. It doesn't matter what he says. I appreciate that you like what you see. However, that's not going to make me feel any better about what's my own introspective of how I'm looking at myself. You know what I'm saying? Good. So, go ahead. You had something.
No, I was just also going to say that there is independence in marriage, but don't get it twisted that it could be, you can get so independent that it could be detrimental in your relationship.
Exactly.
And as a man, speaking for myself, I don't know if all men feel this way, but for me, I feel like I want to be needed. If not, what am I here for?
I mean, I think that's the same for, women as well. I mean, I know it's different for guys, right. But just like you want to be needed, a woman wants to be wanted. Like, if you don't want me, it's almost like, what am I here for then? If you don't want me, if you're treating me like I don't want you, why are you with me? If you a man and you saying you act like you don't need me,
right? If
that's what you kind of tie your purpose to, I guess, as a husband, to purpose and protection and provision, and you don't need me to do any of those things, then like, what am I here for? And so sometimes in your being independent, you could be it could be perceived as a level of rejection. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So that was just something else I was gonna say too. I forgot.
Well, while you saying that, let me bring this up. Okay, so for all my people that like neo soul, Jill Scott has a song called "I Need You." Remember that song?
Oh yeah, I love that
and
song.
And so throughout the whole song, she's talking about everything that she has the ability to do.
Right.
She can kill spiders. She can change light
That's
bulbs.
the perfect song for this
Yeah.
for this topic.
She can do all those things, but
Right.
at the very end of the song, she says she needs him, and not because of something that she may be lacking in and of herself, but she chooses to need him.
Right. Right.
All of everything we're talking about is choice.
But
You
we
know
need,
what I'm
but even in the way that we are as a people, we're wired for connection. We need other people.
That's good because I had that.
Even in like this, I mean, even in the cycle of life, like you need the birds to germinate the flowers, to
you need the birds and the bees,
or whatever you do. Yeah, the bird to do this, so that then this can do this and decompose, so this can come here. It's like it's just
Scissor,
like,
what's up, man?
It's all you need. It's all relative.
Right. And so think about this: when someone is in prison, what do? If they get out of pocket,
Like isolate them.
they put them in solitary confinement.
Right.
Because even behind the walls of a prison, connection and relationship is important. So how much more important is connection and what you said connection? Oh, you did say connection. How important is connection within a relationship within
Right.
your marriage?
Absolutely.
It's very important.
The goal is interdependence. Like if you're not there yet, I mean, just be working on being an independent person. Both people have to be whole for interdependence to work, because
Right.
you have to bring skills and
Like
actions and abilities. You have to bring something to the pot.
Right.
Because if
chopping
not,
wood.
you'll start to feel, somebody could start to feel resentment. And if you're starting to feel a sense of resentment, that may be an indication that there is some unhealthy dependence or unhealthy independence going on in a relationship. So you should like chopping wood.
Yeah, that's a skill. You want a sturdy woman that can go out into the woods and chop kindling for the cold fortnights.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see what else I had.
Oh, while you're looking that
Go
up.
ahead.
So there are different types of independence.
Let's see.
You've got emotional, and in a second we're going to talk about financial independence. Dun, dun, dun. Did you find it?
I think no. No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to bring up financial independence because, and no shade to how y'all handle y'all finances or anything like that. Anything we talk about, we're speaking of how we do things in our four walls. So, but we talk to a lot of couples that are financially independent, and the reality of it is the only people that really look at you as being financially independent is y'all. Because
you too,
huh?
You too, them too.
Yeah.
Them. Because everybody else is like y'all.
Yeah. Like we have we know couples, and it's a lot of people, old and young, tall and short.
Oh my God.
Different nationalities.
This transcends ages. Please believe that don't mean nothing.
Where it's like, well, and even people that are very close to us, family, like in our immediate families, that are that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like they borrow money from each other. Dramatic pause.
Hey, I didn't even see this. Hey, Uncle Derek, how are you? This is
yeah, so it's like, well, she gotta pay that bill. He gotta pay that bill. Okay, so if he or she doesn't pay that bill, what happens?
Right.
Like if her bill, let's say her bill is the lights.
And this is no shade to anybody.
No shade.
Yeah.
Her bill is the lights. She gotta pay $68 for a light bill. But she done went out and then got a full spa treatment and spent all her money. So now she don't got the $68. Because she can't pay her bill, what that mean? The lights gonna get cut off? Or because you trying to teach her a lesson?
So we gonna sit up in the dark.
Sit up in the dark.
Be like some pioneers.
Or are you gonna go ahead and just pay that light bill? You know why? Because y'all aren't Venn diagrams. Y'all one. Y'all connected. You can't call call TU Electric and say, well, she ain't paid her bill. I paid my part of the bills, and she needs to go on.
Just keep these lights on for me.
Keep the light on in my room.
It
just don't work that way.
Yeah.
And again, no shade to anybody, but in our opinion, that's not a healthy practice because it's division. Any way you look at it, it's division. And you shouldn't live together and be considered independent if if you're married, you're one. Period. You're married, you just one. You're one being. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Texas, check this out. Texas is a community property state, right? So even in my profession, I've seen people that aren't even married mm-hmm. that are engaged, mm-hmm. where the person bought a house before they got married. They are not doing well, and there's not an amicable split. And the person that bought the house prior to being married, they can't even sell their house. Because why? It's common law. Mm-hmm. They common law married. They ain't even sign no paper. They ain't on nothing. But that person has rights. Because even in the eyes of the state, if somebody lives with you long enough, y'all together.
They see
regardless
you as
of
one.
What you say.
They see you as one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all still one.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean it's just the thing about it is relative to financial independence. You want to have your financial independence. We're not saying that we got to put everything together and he gonna tell you I got to tell you everything I'm doing. That's not what we're saying at all. But when it comes to things that y'all do together, like we live in the same house, we use the same lights, we all eat the same food, or you gonna buy your food and I'm gonna buy my food. Like people will say to us like, this is my bill or this is his bill. And I had a woman tell me before, she's engaged now, and the guy that she's getting married to, he feels that they should split bills. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna pay the rent and then you pay everything else because the rent is
the big bill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they look at it. And so, for her, she's like, I don't want to do that because I'm doing this now, being single. What is the purpose of me marrying you? So it's like those are things that you have to talk about before the marriage happens, because if it's something that it doesn't necessarily change, because the mentality is you knew this when we got married. And so it will continue to perpetuate and stay that way. But he made a good point. When you are separating this, and that, there is a sense of division in the marriage. It's not independence. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want people to get division and independence misconstrued, because you still want to be independent with your money. Like, I don't have to call you up and tell you, hey, I'm buying these pair of shoes, or I got to call you up and tell you, hey, I'm finna go do this, and that. For us personally, we have more than 3 accounts, but we have 3 accounts. I have an account, he has an account, and then we have a joint account that we pay bills from. That's how we've done for years. So it's like, because if I'm trying to surprise him for something, and he see I took $200 out the account, like, what's this $200 for? So I have my own, he has his own, we have a joint, so that we can pay bills together. But it's not like if I come in and say, can I borrow $50? Then you expecting me to give this, for our marriage, you expecting me to give this $50 back to you. I don't even say borrow. Babe, I need $50. Do you have $50? Like, it's not like I'm going to pay you back. Like, right. What do you mean?
We're the same.
It's all the same money.
We're one being.
It's all the same money.
You're one entity.
So, I mean, that's just our, personal opinion, take it, leave. I know everybody does something different. And then a lot of people that we know split bills.
Hey, and if that works for y'all, who are we? We always say, do y'all. But the thing is in a lot of those situations, it's not harmonious. That's a good word, harmonious.
Let's just say that.
It ain't harmonious.
Because somebody got a problem with it.
Right.
And then sometimes it's what your mama them did.
Mm-hmm.
And what your auntie them told you need to do. Your daddy said, don't never let no woman take your money. You know, that kind of stuff.
Or the people in that situation could have a history of one person not being good with money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there are always caveats and there are always exceptions to the rule. Like if one person is better with money than the other, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take all that stuff. Appreciate that, Terry. He said salute to the queen. She talking some real stuff.
Oh, thanks, Terry.
Cause she's smart.
Make your point.
But you know, ultimately you've got to find common ground and find out what works between both parties. But if somebody mishandled money or someone had a gambling addiction or something like that or whatever the situation is, you got to take that into account as well. But if it's causing an issue where one party doesn't think splitting or doing that's not working, then it's time for you to have a conversation to see if you can get on the same page about it.
Right. Again, the salvation of your marriage comes from the reliance of you guys on one another. So can I rely on you? Because like even in the financial situation, if I say, oh well, I don't have no money and now I need to borrow $10 from you,
and you don't get paid for 2 weeks.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got your money.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I still got.
It's just I don't know that.
That's not sexy.
But reliance on one another is in a healthy manner. Like you should be relying and depending on each other in a healthy way, though. Like, and when it comes to money, what are we bringing independent of each other? Interdependence is what are we mutually bringing together? What are we adding to this pot together? But if we're not putting it together, then we still independent. There is no interdependence.
That's good.
And so, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of marriage.
Of oneness.
You know what I'm talking about?
Marriage is oneness.
You know what I'm talking
That's the way you gotta look at it, as oneness. It's knowing who you are, but also knowing that you're one.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So now I want to talk about something else having to do with money. Because again, talking to some other couples, the whole financial, along the same tone of financial independence, is like, what do y'all think about if the woman makes more money than the man? And so because of that, she thinks that she's kind of running it or running him because she's financially independent because she thinks that she makes more money than him. Did I just see a big comment come up?
Yeah, it's something right there, but that's just this thing.
Oh, is one?
So that has been a topic of conversation.
What did you say?
A topic of conversation with some of the people that we talk to. The woman makes more money. So it makes the wife look at him differently. Although he still work every day. He makes a good amount of money.
A professional.
He very professional, but just doesn't make as much as she does. So how does that? And I know for some men that does make them feel some type of way. But that's because, to me, I feel like maybe that's because y'all don't put y'all stuff together. Y'all don't put y'all money together. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if I make $100,000 and he makes $70,000, we make $170,000. That's what it is. It's not like, oh, she make $170,000. No, we collectively make $170,000. And that's just what it is.
And that's why it's important that you know who you are and that you're more. Because for me, even if she made more money than me, I know who I am, and I'm a real man, and I know that there's more to life than just making money. That's more. Being a man is more than just making money, because if you think about it, there are young men right now that play
a whole bunch of chumps that make a lot of money.
Right, they might be a football player that's 20 years old, no shade to them, but they may be millionaires, but they don't know how to run a household. They don't know how to lead. They don't know those things. Right. So it's more than just how much money you make. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And especially if you're with somebody that is ambitious and you see them on their grind and on their hustle. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just what my net figure is. It's more than that. I'm more than that. But you have to know that you're more than that.
And Pat Lynn 52, you're right. It should not matter.
Right.
That's what I feel like. It shouldn't matter. Like that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. If he's still doing everything that is expected of him to do as a husband, why does the dollar figure matter?
Right.
It's not like he just chilling on the couch like, oh well, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Sitting up playing video games. And the thing is and don't belittle and berate him because of that, because a true man is more than what he makes, and he still deserves your respect and admiration. If this dude has been on his grind and maybe you got your shot to shine before he did, that could be a direct result of what he's done for you. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was just gonna say. That's where it makes me a little, upset, because what'll happen is, y'all might be together, maybe a couple together, and he done took care of you or held it down while you went to school.
Put you through school.
And then you got to school, now you got this profession, and you making all this money, and now what he does is not good enough. But it was good enough for you to get to where you are.
To get
you
your
know what I'm
degree.
saying? And some people don't aspire to be entrepreneurs, and they don't aspire to, make six figures and have, Ferraris and stuff. Some people just are content with being a hard-working
8 to 5 and coming
person
home.
and having a good life.
Right.
And that's not fair for you to be, now it's not good enough for you. So that means you need to maybe take a look on the inside and see
check yourself.
Because in a minute, none of that stuff gonna matter. Because guess what? You can't take none of that with you.
Mm-mm. And karma is real. So don't think because you got it going on and you doing well that now all of a sudden he ain't good enough no more. Because we've seen that. This person has helped you get to where you are, and you shining while he was grinding. Now he not what you want, and you start thinking about the grass being greener on the other side.
Right.
And that's not cool.
As opposed to building him up and what's the word I'm trying to look for? Building him up and celebrating the fact that you assisted in me achieving this.
Right.
Like, celebrate that. Don't be so focused on what he ain't got and what he ain't doing. And I know you're gonna get to different, you grow and you have different classes and walks of life and everything and status, but don't let the status get in the way of your values. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this man says core values for what you love about him and how he is.
He come home every night and he help take care of the family.
Like, don't get it twisted.
Good father, good husband,
he
good
ain't
friend.
Up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't do that. That's not right. That's not right. So, but I said that to say because we know people who that's been
it's
an
an
issue. And several of these couples have gotten divorced.
And it causes a severe strain on the marriage.
Several of these couples have gotten divorced, and you're not doing that great by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because life is gonna be life no matter what, but at least you had somebody to do life with.
Yep.
So when the hard times came, you had somebody. Hey, Tiff, you had somebody that you can lean on throughout that situation. What was you gonna say something?
No, I was just reading Earth's. I'll say, okay, Earthseed, I saw your message about your husband when you were younger, and now she changed. She said I had to change my view because together we're doing all right.
That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's just
evolving.
And that's what it is. Yep. And even in being independent, you're going to evolve.
Right.
You just want to make sure that you're changing and growing together. Mm-hmm. in that interdependent area, in that sphere right there, that's where we need to be growing together. Because over here outside in the Venn diagram, you still you, and you still doing you. Mm-hmm. But right here where we meet in the middle, we should be growing together. Like there should be the things that's what we bring in, our core values and our abilities and our skills, and you know what I'm saying. What are we adding to this marriage together? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying. So,
right. And and the thing about it is, I think, we live in an era now of the bad bees and the boss bees and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's become bad, or in my opinion, it's perceived as being bad for you to be interdependent on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And the reality of it is that we're all interdependent.
Yep.
Regardless, because guess what? You go to work every day.
Right.
And they pay you.
Right.
So they depend on you to be at work, and you depend on them to pay you your salary.
Right.
That's interdependence.
That's good.
It's the same. I mean, that's what it is. That's how
and you don't even know them people.
That's how the world works. There's interdependence. You are a whole independent person, but you do this, and then because of that, this happens. So it's interdependence, just like it should be in your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you give him a little something. And then he do what he's supposed to do, make you feel safe and loved and secure and all that good stuff.
One hand washes the other. And that's the thing about it, is that's what marriage, that creates balance.
That's exactly all interdependence really is. It's balance and harmony in a relationship.
Right. So like if I'm good with money and you're not, I may handle the money because you're not good with money.
Because that's what you brought to the relationship.
Right.
The interdependent. I was still independent.
Right.
But what you brought to our relationship was that
what's up, Eddie?
You handle money better than I did.
Right.
We should be bringing something that's making us better. If that makes any sense. How can we work together to do something beyond what we can do on our own?
That's good.
How can we do something beyond? Because if we ain't trying to do something beyond what we can do on our own, what we together for?
Right.
Why we together?
Right. Because I'm a self-sufficient dude.
Yeah,
I am. Like for real.
Really
like for real. But I choose, just like she chooses, for us to be interdependent together to walk through this through life together.
Right.
She's an independent. She a boss, ain't you, baby? Ain't you a boss? She ain't no boss. But I'm saying
I don't
that
want to be no boss right now.
but we choose to do this together.
Right.
And so I got some data from shout out to Betsy Russell, BCC. So I'm gonna give some information from her about what interdependence is. In an interdependent relationship, you and your partner can rely on one another for love and support while staying true to yourselves.
Exactly. Staying true to yourself.
Keeping your identity.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Because how many people we talk to where they get with their spouse and they become this completely different person?
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How many of y'all have homegirls out there? And I say homegirls because a lot of times it's more women than it is men. They lose themselves in their dude. Like, you get with him, he cuss. Now you cussing all the time.
Right.
Now you drinking all the time.
You smoking blunts.
I'm like, what? When did you? How did that? And then you talk to them and you can hear him through her mouth.
Right.
It's like, but see, and that's when they start to move away from you, because I didn't fall in love with me. I wanted you.
That's good.
I had me.
Right.
So why you want to be him? Like I said, you're going to. Association is going to breed assimilation. There are going to be things that y'all will start to do. Like there are certain phrases that he say all the time and now I say.
Right.
But I'm not trying to be you. Right. I'm not trying to mimic you.
I didn't want to marry me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I mentioned before, if I go into the store, I got 4 TVs. I'm not going to the store looking for no more TVs. I got all the TVs I need.
Right.
I want something that I
need
don't
some
have.
Surround sound. And I got that. I got your surround sound, girl. But within the relationship, there are needs and desires to be met, and it's not based on neediness. Thank you.
What happened?
You got.
I'm sorry. I'm fan hard.
It's not based on neediness, but on mutual affection, respect, and choice. What do you think about that?
Ooh,
that's
choice.
Good,
yeah, that's really good.
Because
it is a choice.
What's up, Betsy?
It definitely is a choice. If you're an independent person, when you get married, you're choosing to be interdependent. Mm-hmm. You're choosing that. But just like I made reference to the job, you're choosing to depend on them to pay you your check. And they depend on you to come to work every day.
And they can choose to let you go tomorrow.
That is an interdependent relationship. Both people bring something to this pie.
Right.
Because then we both getting something out of it.
That's good.
But you was who you were, and they were who they were. We just came together. We just gonna make it do what it do.
So now, for getting ready to wrap it up, let's hit a couple of these benchmarks and the Thank you, babe.
What you got?
No.
You are so nuts.
Okay, we finna come back on. Oh, it paused? Okay, let me go back live.
But
keep talking.
what was we talking about? I was gonna say this: intimacy is an interdependent act because your sense of self is at risk. Did you push a little button?
I'm doing it now. Okay, keep talking.
Oh, okay. I'm so engrossed. Yeah, intimacy is an interdependent act. I was trying to wait till they came back so I could say
Okay, say it again.
that. Okay.
Did it give us a countdown? It did?
Why am I sitting right there? Intimacy, let me say that again for Facebook if I ain't said it 30 times, is an interdependent act because it's a choice, like you just said, it's a choice. It is a choice to bring all of you and submit. Let me not say that, Lord.
Girl, don't kick the cow patty now.
I'm not gonna poke
I
it
mean,
in.
no.
We're gonna have, that's a whole other broadcast.
Yeah. Don't even use that
But
word right there.
it is. It's a choice to bring all of you to someone and be intimate and showing your full, whole, naked self. Like that's intimacy, but it's also a choice because you don't have to do that. But you have to have two independent people who are okay with themselves to truly to have true intimacy, because there is no true intimacy without being true to who you are. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
I'm gonna say, hey, hello.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was thinking about something.
So,
But I'm listening to you.
yeah, that was pretty much, that was my last point though. Can we buy those shirts?
Yeah.
Hey, Tawana.
Yes.
Girl, yeah,
We
they
gonna be selling
come.
them. They coming.
They come.
Don't you worry.
We
Don't you fret.
We marketing.
Yeah.
We branding.
Yeah. You gonna see these. You gonna see my shirt every week. I'm just letting y'all know. This is what you gonna see me in till I get sick of it. Then I'm gonna put it on again. I'm gonna wear my white one or this one.
You need to wear something different.
We're
We're gonna get some different colors and stuff though. But anyway.
But so let me just hit these real quick because I know we need to wrap it up. So here are some of the benchmarks and benefits of an independent relationship.
Okay.
Communication. Through honest discussion, active listening, and openness, both parties' needs and desires can be met. Okay. Balance. Power is shared equally, and both partners take responsibility for their own feelings, actions, and contributions to the relationship.
Okay.
Is that good?
I was trying to get back
okay.
on. Yeah, that's good.
So you share the burden. I don't want to say burden. You share the what's the word I'm looking for? You share the responsibility of the relationship, but there are positional differences within the relationship at the same time.
Absolutely.
Like we're equals. I will never say anything different, but positionally, our positions call for different roles and responsibilities.
Absolutely.
So I want to add
and that's
that
what
to
I
that.
bring, and that's what he brings to this interdependence.
Right.
To these two independent people who had something to add to this diagram. This whole diagram.
Yeah. So yeah, even though we're equal, there still has to be a final decision maker. You know what I'm saying? But not outside of speaking. So like I'm saying, like she said, CEO. I may be the CEO, and she's the COO. But the CEO and the COO may confer about something, but the CEO may get the final say based on having all the information to make an informed decision. Would you agree?
I do, but to that point, sometimes the CEO and the COO, the decision could be, or the final decision could be made by the COO and not the CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're coming to a compromise about something, you may say this is what I want to do, and I might say this is what I want to do, and we go ahead and do what you want to do based on getting all of the information. Okay, that was a better idea. But then the next time, it could be that my suggestion was the better choice to make based on getting all of the information. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because based on what you were saying, it sounded like you were saying the CEO always gets the final decision.
They do.
Not really.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Not in a compromising situation.
But what I'm saying is even in that, the CEO is the person that ends up. Even if you go with the COO decision, it's still.
Oh, okay. I see
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
because the CEO is the one that's ultimately going to be held accountable for whatever happens, good, bad, or indifferent. Right,
but you're saying the CEO is the one that says, "Go ahead, keep the party going on what the COO said."
Right.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Okay, next thing, individual growth. Partners learn more about themselves and gain self-confidence and trust in one another, enabling the relationship to grow. These are some of the interdependent benchmarks in the growth of your relationship.
Okay.
Couple growth. Mutual respect for each partner's needs, interests, and goals includes doing what is best for both partners and allows the couple to grow together. What's
best for both partners.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that comes with maturity.
Yeah.
Because you want to make sure you don't have somebody who's a master manipulator.
That's
now.
Good.
That's why you have to have self-awareness and be independent.
What's up, Riley?
To think for yourself.
Yeah.
And not that you're just so dependent on what they say and that's gold. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some of us need to get some balls. Need to nut up and just be a man.
I've got balls.
Be a man, more man about some things too.
I have dos huevos.
Boy, breathe the thing. Finish your stuff.
The last one is commitment. Making and honoring sincere agreements with each other based on each partner's separate needs and wants strengthens the relationship. Right.
Sincere agreements.
Sincere.
That's why I said be mindful of the master manipulator, y'all.
Yeah.
Somebody said something. Hi, lovely princess 0508. Hello, a piece of rose. NB classified. NB classified.
I was going to say NBC classified.
Tell nobody else that. So does anybody have any questions, or does anybody want to chime in on anything that we said?
Did we address everything from everybody?
Hey,
C-Mans, I know you had joined us.
Hey, I didn't either. Hey, C. Good Steward. Lifestyle joined. Hello. Yeah, so independence in marriage is you have to be independent to truly let me see how I'm saying.
Don't say it, girl.
I'm trying to say how to say it. To have true interdependence, you have to be independent. There you go.
See, that's how well I know her. I knew what she was going to say. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Because
again, lots of years.
Interdependence is the only thing that's going to sustain a relationship.
Period.
Yeah. Because interdependence cannot live outside of two independent whole people. Right. Wholeness means wholeness.
Not whole.
Not wholeness.
Unless,
not wholeness.
And when till it's needed. Go ahead.
David, shut your face.
Hey, we keep it real.
No, you can't say that because that's not. No, you can't say that. The ladies, forgive him. Anybody that may have taken offense. Any lady that may have taken offense.
I'm being silly.
Not wholeness.
I'm not serious most of the time.
Like not being a hoe, because the hoe means that you sleep around with a whole bunch of people.
Oh, okay, that ain't what I mean.
Okay, so we sometimes see how they got a joke with their homeboys, because sometimes they don't be knowing. But anyway,
not serious 99% of the time.
Little freaky dicky,
just saying.
Little freaky dick.
Just saying.
That little thing. And what was we saying? Independence. Yeah, you have to be whole.
Yeah.
And full wholeness is being, mature, self-aware,
Forthright.
all of those good, genuine,
Good character.
Hey, authentic.
Yeah. That's
Being your
word.
true, authentic self. And if you don't know who that is yet, be working on you.
Yeah.
Study you. Be a student of you.
Right.
Because sometimes you don't know. You just like Earthsita said earlier, like when she was 25, 35, you weren't sure. You can feel those gradual changes happen in your
Right.
life. You really can.
Right. At a point, you got to get rid of the dragon shirts in your life.
Ooh, and the beads, Jesus. And the beads.
The beads.
The beads. The bead necklaces you used to wear all the time.
Chokers. Get it right.
The chokers.
Boy,
The bead chokers.
I had to beat the women off me, y'all. They was like, "Ooh, look at him. He got curly hair and a choker." Am I lying? Mm-mm. See, I ain't lying. Y'all better recognize. He's like, damn yeah. I'm like, I'm taking. I'm interdependent.
Damn, shut up.
Beat the ladies off me since 99.
Since 99.
99.
Well, be quiet. Anyway, interdependence, y'all. That's the goal. We want to strive to be interdependent in marriage, because in marriage you still should be independent. So if anybody challenges that, I'm sorry, but dependence is not a healthy thing. To be dependent on. Sometimes we use the word dependent because it's just a word that we use, but in that what we're saying is interdependence, because in interdependence there is a healthy reliance and dependent upon one each other to bring what you bring to the relationship, to the
That's
marriage.
good. Interdependence is healthy.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
It's very
good.
healthy. So, that's it for the 99
Hey,
2000.
Shamika.
Hey girl. Hey girl. She said, hey y'all.
What y'all want us to talk about next week? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Jamie's mom gave us this topic.
I already said that.
Everybody ain't hear that?
Oh, yeah, my mama did. She said,
so-
y'all need to talk about being independent
Yeah.
in marriage, because some
See your
of
hand
us
again.
are.
Keep talking.
Some of us are.
Y'all ain't this. This ain't it.
Some of us are very. I know I was. I was extremely, extremely independent. I was. And I'm not telling you. We're not telling y'all this stuff from what we heard. We're telling you from what we know, because when we
Real
first got married,
life.
we did that stuff.
Broke my pen.
keeping your money separate. That stuff don't work. It don't
It didn't work for us.
Can you give it to me? Can you give me
Let me
this?
borrow.
Can
Let
I?
me hold.
Like what? It was just so. At a point, I lost track. I don't owe you nothing. I'm married to you. I don't owe you nothing.
What's up, Darnell?
We married. Ain't no owing up in here.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't how this go.
No, we didn't do that.
All I need you to do is, if we take $500 out the savings, put the $500 back in the savings.
Yeah.
But it didn't work for us. And so I was extremely independent. You don't have to do nothing for me. I always say, even now, I say, I don't ask you for nothing. That's not good.
Wow.
That's not.
Yeah,
but you have a tendency to say, I don't ask you to do nothing for me.
Darnell,
And it
where are
shouldn't
you
be
from?
that
Tell me where
they
you from.
have to
What
ask
state
you,
in?
that somebody has to, ask you to do, something, because you should be anticipating the needs of your spouse anyway. So it's like, yeah, he don't have to ask. I don't have to ask him, because he just does it.
Right on.
I got it the first time.
Hey, that was a good point. I had to give it to you twice.
Anyway,
That's what
he
they
has
said
been
that time.
so goofy today. I don't understand. Did you have some coffee?
I did earlier.
Some.
But that was a long
Maybe it's
time
this
ago.
thing on your head squeezing your brain tonight.
Girl, I'm hot stuff.
I'm hot stuff too, like literally.
So y'all, that's okay. Darnell is in Illinois. Shout out.
Oh,
You are saying in
welcome.
person from Illinois. That's a great brother right there. I met him online. Positive brother out of Illinois. Always got good things to do and say really about the youth. Good dude. Good solid dude. Good solid man.
Solid.
Shout out, bro.
And now it's solid. Solid as a rock.
You really showing your age now.
Y'all know you used to be the jam.
But yeah, so like I said, y'all, tomorrow night I'll be with the Married Men Don't Talk podcast. So we'll see if I get some information about how to go live with that, I'll send out a phone number or something where y'all can chime in if y'all want to check that out. Somebody said something. What they say?
Oh, it ain't even been moving.
Rick.
Rock.
But if anybody wants to get in contact with us, marriageisreal@gmail.com. If there's a topic that you guys want to hear about, let us us to talk about. Let us know.
She was singing the background music. Thank you, Rosita.
But
virtual high five.
But yeah, so I guess that's it.
That's it for tonight, guys.
Please, if y'all need anything, y'all know how to get in contact with us. Don't forget about the website, marriageisreal.com, Facebook page, Instagram page, all Marriage is Real. Please like, and we need to tell people to like and share. God,
like and share. They say like and share. It's a replay.
Yeah, like and share. Share this to your page. We're getting close to 1,400 people on our Instagram. We like a few people away. So if y'all can share this and get us some followers.
Arcita says send her the info about the talk tomorrow. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you,
she said awesome talk as always.
Sheila,
thank you.
I want to tell Sheila personally that we working on some local stuff that we're gonna do soon. Local.
Excuse me. Yes, we are. We working.
We want to build a community.
We're working on it.
We want to build a community of helping each other out, and once we figure out how to scale it,
right,
so we can involve people out, because we got people really tuning in from all over. But like, we want to do some outings and get together and just have fun.
No, we want to we're trying to do the research to get the best price point for like couples and stuff like that. If we decide to, do something like that where people would have to pay to, join, what it just wanted to be. Not exorbitant amount of money, just
right.
But we want to maybe just do something fun, because you need that association with other healthy, happy couples.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to breed misery in these grounds. We don't play them games.
Yeah. We'll let you know, Arcita, what we gonna do.
So then David was saying, just he mentioned the other day that he wanted to do maybe a marriage small group.
Yeah.
So if we do that, maybe depending on the couples that would like to join us locally, if they, maybe once they feel comfortable, we can maybe go live on some of the, small group talks.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. Some people don't want all the information all over the
right.
net.
But it's good to get around other like-minded people so that you can grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
All about growth.
All about growth. And then, we can learn from other people. So we want this to be a dialogue. We want it to be something that
we don't know everything.
Heck,
just sharing our experiences.
Heck, that's all. That's all you can do in this life.
Networking, and this could be for businesses and people meeting each other and finding out what each other does and having fun and so on and so forth. So
yes, absolutely,
it's more than just marriage. It's about building a community.
Yeah. That's the word. That's the perfect word.
That's one of the things I'm learning in my book. I'm reading The Power of Habit.
This boy love this book. I need to read it because he done talked about it every week. I know for 4 weeks.
Yes, good. All right, good people. We're gonna let y'all go and take our beans off the fire and take your biscuits out the oven.
And stay silent as a rock.
Right on. Y'all have a good night.
Peace. Same time, same place.
Marriage Mondays.
7:30 Central Time.
Yep, Central. Y'all